You got to see me make a Master Ball. This is how I converted the massive image I found on the internet to one I could use. I had this previous sprite from Master Ball in Beadsword, but the colors were all over the place, so I ended up using this one I found on the internet as a reference. There's a few steps in here that I never end up showing because I don't know if people are actually interested, but generally it's just me doing cleanup, like putting away the cases here and restacking them into the Perler Bead cases you see behind there. I really enjoyed making this sprite because it's still in the Pokemon world, but it's not just a Pokemon. And if you follow me for a while, you know that basically everything I make is just a Pokemon. So it's really cool to branch out and make this Master Ball. Although coming soon, I would absolutely love to start making some trainers, but more specifically the gym leaders, and of course badges. Plus it lets me expand my knowledge and your knowledge of all the cool things in the Pokemon world. But back to this sweet Master Ball. I was able to do this one with a single strip from my 3-inch painter's tape. I just took one of the pieces here off the side that was the larger one and put it over the top. That way I can reuse all the little bits and not have to keep burning through tape like crazy. Although you do tend to go through a lot of tape when you're making perlers that are 4 feet long. Then I just got my mini bead tweezers and scraped it all along the tape here. When you're doing this too, you're looking for the indents in the tape of the beads. You really want to take an extra minute or so and make sure those beads are stuck too. It'll help you a ton down the road. Now it's time to use my comfy Les Schwab pin with a little padding to poke in all of these holes. One nice thing about a perler that's this size is it's really hard to miss beads. So no blowouts are ever going to happen on these ones. Now I can easily get the perler off here and flip it. No beads fell and no beads got messed up, so it's perfect. It's good for melting. I grab my Cricut Easy Press 2 and plug it in and get a little bit of parchment paper, or as some people like to call it, grease paper. Now that my heat press is nice and hot, it's time to melt. And it's done. Cool. No, I'm just kidding. Perler bead sprites that are this size end up melting pretty quick. So you end up only spending a couple of minutes having to melt all of the beads. This is the first reveal of my Master Ball Perler Bead sprite, and I noticed I missed a few beads. You can kind of see it there on the bottom, so I decided to reheat it and melt to close those beads. Gotta get that aesthetic looking just right. There we go. Now with all the beads closed, it's time to let it flatten. I let it sit overnight with lots of heavy stuff on it, and then I remove the tape in the morning. Also, tell me down in the comments what other Pokemon lore you want to see. There's so much more to cover than just Pokemon. Anyways, thank you for watching and please subscribe to my channel. Okay, bye!